The 1950s was an absolute golden era of engineering audacity for Britain's motor industry. Emerging from the post-war slump, the nation's design studios weren't just updating old pre-war shapes. They were aggressively tearing up the rulebook and rewriting the fundamental physics of automotive packaging, aerodynamics, and structural design. From aircraft-derived monocoque racing tubs to microscopic front-wheel drive city cars, these 10 British legends introduced radical concepts that shattered industry norms. They didn't just capture global headlines, they permanently altered how cars were designed, engineered, and manufactured across Europe, America, and the rest of the world forever. Number 10. Land Rover Series 2. Our countdown begins with a machine that took a crude, flat-sided agricultural implement and turned it into the definitive visual language for global off-road design. When the Land Rover Series 2 debuted in 1958, it wasn't just a minor mechanical refresh of the original 1948 workhorse. Under the brilliant eye of legendary Rover designer David Bake, the Series 2 introduced a bold, sculptural aesthetic that would define Land Rover's silhouette for the next half-century. Bake recognized that while utility buyers needed toughness, the market was expanding toward users who wanted a more refined, cohesive appearance. His masterstroke was the addition of the iconic barrel-sided waistline. By gently curving the side body panels outward over the wheels, he widened the interior cabin space while giving the vehicle a muscular, planted stance. Paired with rounded roof edges, flush sill plates, and a deeply inset front grille, the Series 2 transformed the tractor alternative into a clean piece of industrial design. Beneath the non-corrosive, heavy-gauge aluminum skin sat a rugged 2.25-liter four-cylinder engine engineered for unyielding, low-end torque. Every single curve, hinge, and panel line existed for a strict functional purpose, making it effortlessly repairable in the African bush or Scottish farmyard. Bake proved to the global automotive industry that pure, uncompromising utility could be sculpted into an immortal design icon. The Series 2 laid the blueprint for every modern adventure SUV that followed. Number 9. Triumph TR3. By the mid-1950s, sports cars were widely viewed by the public as fragile, wildly expensive toys reserved exclusively for wealthy elites. The Triumph TR3 completely shattered the paradigm in 1955, proving that lightweight, explosive performance, and everyday durability could be packaged into an affordable roadster for the everyday enthusiast. The TR3 silhouette was raw, aggressive, and instantly recognizable. Its deeply cutaway side doors allowed drivers to sit low inside the chassis, creating a visceral sense of speed as the asphalt blurred just inches from their elbows. Under the hood lived a punchy 2.0-liter four-cylinder engine that provided a mountain of low-end torque. But the true design revolution arrived in 1956, when Triumph took a massive gamble by fitting hydraulic Girling front disc brakes as standard factory equipment. At a time when virtually every car on the road, including exotic European supercars, was still relying on fade-prone drum brakes, the TR3 introduced race-bred stopping power to the mass market. The combination of lightweight construction, fade-free braking performance, and an unbeatable price tag made the TR3 an absolute export juggernaut, particularly in North America. It proved to rival manufacturers that high-performance braking technology wasn't a luxury novelty, but an absolute necessity for modern sports car design. Number 8. Jaguar Mark II. Before the arrival of the Jaguar Mark II in 1959, the automotive world kept luxury saloons and sports cars strictly separated. Executive saloons were expected to be upright, heavy, and serene, while sports cars were tight, loud, and uncomfortable. Jaguar looked at that artificial division, threw it in the trash, and invented the modern sports saloon segment overnight. Sir William Lyons personally oversaw the redesign of the Mark I's unitary body, widening the rear track and expanding the glass house with razor-thin roof pillars. The result was a light, airy cabin wrapped in a low-slung, muscular silhouette that looked fast even when parked outside a bank. Beneath the sweeping hood sat Jaguar's crown jewel, the 3.8-liter XK straight-six engine, breathing through twin carburetors and delivering a blistering 220 horsepower. Paired with four-wheel disc brakes and independent front suspension, this four-door luxury car could comfortably out-accelerate dedicated sports cars on the highway, carrying 5 adults in a sanctuary of Connolly leather, deep pile carpets, and polished burr walnut trim. The Mark II became the instant favorite of both bank robbers and the highway police pursuing them. More importantly, it established the exact high-performance luxury sedan formula that European automakers have spent the last 60 years attempting to perfect. Number 7. ACAs. True automotive genius often lies in structural simplicity. When the ACAs debuted in 1953, it didn't rely on a massive, heavy engine to achieve speed. Instead, it introduced a masterclass in chassis dynamics and weight distribution that would eventually alter the course of American muscle car history. Designed by brilliant independent engineer John Tajiro, the ACE was built around a lightweight ladder-frame chassis featuring double wishbone independent suspension at all four corners, a remarkably advanced setup for an early 1950s roadster. Over this nimble framework, AC's craftsmen hand-wheeled a gorgeous, featherweight aluminum body inspired by contemporary Italian barchettas. Because the entire vehicle weighed barely 1,800 pounds, its modest inline-six engines provided lightning-fast direction changes and telepathic steering feedback that left heavier rivals trailing in its wake through the bends. However, the ACE's most profound impact on automotive design occurred nearly a decade later. When Texan racer Carroll Shelby was searching for an ultra-lightweight, perfectly balanced European chassis to shoehorn Ford's new small-block V8 into, he picked the ACAs. The resulting Shelby Cobra became an immortal motorsport legend. Without John Tajiro's brilliant, lightweight chassis architecture designed in 1953, one of the most famous muscle cars in human history would never have existed. Number 6. MGA. In the mid-1950s, the Milligram Car Company was facing a severe identity crisis. Their classic T-Series roadsters, with their upright grilles, exposed running boards, and flat windscreens, looked like antique relics from the 1930s. American sports car buyers were rapidly turning their backs on pre-war aesthetics. Milligram desperately needed a clean-sheet design that embraced the future of aerodynamic efficiency. That revolution arrived in 1955 with the launch of the MGA. The transformation was breathtaking. Designer Sid never drew directly from his experience sculpting streamlined Le Mans developmental prototypes, completely dropping traditional body seams in favor of a low-slung, envelope-style body with fluid, unbroken lines from headlight to tail. The driver sat deep within a rigid steel frame, shielded by a low, swept windscreen, and surrounded by voluptuous, sculpted rear haunches. Underneath the aerodynamic skin sat a bulletproof 1.5-liter B-Series engine, paired with precise rack and pinion steering and an exceptionally low center of gravity. The MGA was an absolute sensation. Over 85% of all MGA produced were exported straight to overseas markets, where buyers lost their minds over its drop-dead gorgeous, futuristic proportions. The MGA permanently buried the pre-war sports car aesthetic, forcing competitors across the globe to embrace smooth, aerodynamic design. Number 5. Austin Healey Sprite Frog Eye. Automotive design history is full of carefully planned masterpieces, but occasionally a brilliant design icon is born out of pure corporate desperation. When Donald Healey set out to design an ultra-cheap, lightweight sports car for the masses in 1958, his team originally engineered a clever set of pop-up headlights that would rotate upward from the hood when activated to reduce aerodynamic drag. However, as the project neared production, factory accountants informed Healey that the complex pop-up mechanism was far too expensive for a budget sports car. Lacking the time or money to restamp the entire hood, engineers simply bolted the headlight buckets permanently to the top of the bonnet. The result was a legendary, cheerful, bug-eyed visage of the Austin Healey Frog Eye Sprite. Beyond its accidental, iconic face, the Sprite introduced a massive structural breakthrough to the budget roadster segment. Instead of using a traditional, heavy body on-frame layout, the Sprite utilized a rigid, lightweight sheet steel monocoque structure where the body panels and floor pan carried the structural loads. Powered by a tiny 948 cubic centimeters A-Series engine, the featherweight Frog Eye offered go-kart handling, structural rigidity, and endless driving joy at a price point regular working people could afford. It proved that lightweight monocoque engineering could make small displacement sports cars endlessly fun. Number 4. Aston Martin DB4. When it comes to grand tourers, few vehicles have ever projected such an effortless, commanding presence as the 1958 Aston Martin DB4. Prior to the DB4, British luxury GTs were often heavy, handcrafted machines that struggled to balance high-speed aerodynamic efficiency with structural strength. The DB4 completely redefined the genre by merging Italian coach-building artistry with world-class British mechanical engineering. Designed by Carrozzeria Touring of Milan, the DB4 utilized a revolutionary superlight construction technique. Master craftsmen fashioned an intricate, delicate framework of small-diameter steel tubes welded directly to the main chassis, over which hand-formed aluminum body panels were draped. This structure allowed Aston Martin to create a broad, low-slung, aggressively sculpted body that was incredibly rigid yet extraordinarily light. Under the long hood lived Tadek Marek's legendary 3.7-liter all-alloy twin-cam straight-six engine, capable of launching the GT past 140 miles per hour with ease. The DB4 swept-back grille, covered headlights, and muscular rear fender proportions set the visual baseline for every Aston Martin that followed, most notably the DB5 made famous by James Bond. Modern luxury GT designers still study the DB4's flawless proportions as a gold standard of grand touring architecture. Number 3. Lotus 7. In 1957, Colin Chapman looked at the global sports car industry and saw a worrying trend. Vehicles were growing increasingly heavy, overly complex, and bogged down by luxury accessories. Chapman decided to take the exact opposite approach, creating a car that stripped away every single component that wasn't strictly required to make the vehicle move, steer, or stop. The result was the immortal Lotus 7. The car was essentially a rolling engineering skeletal frame, a featherweight tubular space frame chassis clad in flat, cheap aluminum sheets, featuring a bare-bones cockpit and exposed cycle fenders over front wheels. There were no heavy glass windows, no exterior door handles, no radio, no sound deadening, and zero luxury trim. Every single bar of the space frame was designed to carry structural loads, keeping the total vehicle weight under a microscopic 1,000 pounds. Because it weighed almost nothing, a modest four-cylinder engine gave the 7 a power-to-weight ratio that allowed it to demolish exotic supercars away from the stoplights, while its hyperdirect steering felt like an extension of the driver's nervous system. Chapman's legendary mantra, simplify, then add lightness, was embodied in every weld. The 7 proved that pure, unadulterated dynamic performance comes from shedding weight, establishing a design philosophy that remains a holy grail for lightweight track cars today. Number 2. Jaguar D-Type. In 1954, Jaguar unleashed a racing machine that looked like it had flown straight out of a military aerospace hangar rather than a traditional motor factory. Designed by Jaguar's brilliant aerodynamicist Malcolm Sayer, the D-Type was built around a central passenger tub constructed from aviation-grade sheet aluminum, making it one of the very first competition cars in human history to utilize a true monocoque structure. Instead of heavy steel tubes, the stress-bearing aluminum skin provided unbelievable torsional rigidity while keeping weight at an absolute minimum. Sayer applied rigorous fluid dynamics to the bodywork, giving the D-Type an elliptically shaped, ultra-slippery cross-section, fully enclosed underbody fairings, and its iconic tail fin mounted directly behind the driver's head. That vertical fin provided essential directional stability as the D-Type screamed down the Mulsanne Straight at Le Mans at over 170 miles per hour. Powered by the dry-sump 3.4-liter XK engine and armed with four-wheel disc brakes, the D-Type completely obliterated the competition, securing 3 consecutive overall victories at the 24 Hours of Le Mans from 1955 to 1957. The D-Type's aerospace monocoque architecture and aggressive aerodynamic profiling fundamentally changed motorsport engineering forever, laying the direct structural foundation for Jaguar's immortal E-Type road car. Number 1. Classic Mini. Taking our undisputed number 1 spot is a car that didn't just tweak existing ideas. It completely revolutionized how human beings package, build, and interact with the automobile. Launched in 1959 under the genius guidance of Sir Alec Isagonis, the Classic Mini was born out of extreme necessity during the Suez Crisis fuel shortages, when Britain desperately needed an ultra-frugal city commuter. Isagonis delivered a masterclass in geometric packaging. By taking a 4-cylinder A-Series engine, mounting it sideways across the front bay, placing the 4-speed manual transmission directly inside the engine's oil sump, and driving the front wheels, Isagonis liberated a staggering 80% of the car's physical footprint strictly for human passengers and luggage. To maximize interior space further, Isagonis pushed all 4 tiny 10-inch wheels out to the absolute extreme corners of the body, completely eliminating front and rear overhangs while utilizing space-saving rubber cone suspension springs. The result was a microscopic 10-foot car that could comfortably carry 4 full-sized adults, sip gasoline, and handle with the telepathic agility of a street-legal go-kart. The Mini's transverse engine, front-wheel drive architecture was so completely superior to traditional layouts that it was copied by virtually every automaker on Earth. Today, the vast majority of modern hatchbacks, sedans, and compact crossovers on the road still use the exact layout pioneered by the 1959 Mini. These 10 extraordinary British machines didn't just fill showroom floors in the 1950s. They pushed the boundaries of human imagination, introduced groundbreaking physics to vehicle design, and left an indelible footprint that can still be felt in every modern vehicle on the road today. Which of these revolutionary design icons is your absolute favorite? Drop a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into motoring history, and we will see you in the next video.